Hi Hope Church. Many of us were born into freedom. We've never known a world that doesn't have the freedoms that we've come to enjoy. Inalienable rights as a concept should be foreign to the world at large, and yet this is just something that we were born into. Consider freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom to gather, and freedom to worship. Consider that many countries aren't operated under these same basic tenets, and yet enshrined in our society, in our government, in many of our institutions, in our family structure, are biblical ideas, things that reflect the character of God, or at least were founded on some values that were originally Christian values that began and demonstrated human worth and human dignity as those being made in the image of God. That men and women were equals, that all races were the same, that had equal dignity, inherent worth, that human rights was even a thing. Consider that we have taken, many of us have just come to take for granted these basic frameworks of our society that aren't ubiquitous in the rest of the world. Many other countries, they operate more on corruption. Governments and leaders can do kind of whatever they can get away with or whatever they want to do. The economy is not stable. Literacy is not accessible. In many of these countries, human trafficking happens openly in broad daylight. There's war in the streets. They're not places where you can gather to worship or get your basic human resources, what you need to settle or thrive. I have come to appreciate the freedoms that we have in our country. And on Remembrance Day especially, I just wanted to challenge you two things. Number one, recognize, just stop and consider the liberties that we have that you and I did not have to fight for. We can really appreciate what we can recognize. We can recognize and we can appreciate those who fell, who paid the ultimate cost for us, who bought these freedoms and liberties, who penned them and enshrined them into the fabric of the society that we've come to enjoy, knowing that not all societies can enjoy these same liberties as we can. You know, the freedom to worship and the freedom to gather, the freedom to be Christian. I've been so encouraged on Sunday mornings to see our services filling up, full even, and want to encourage you, to encourage each other, to bring each other out so we can gather from Sunday to Sunday and worship the Lord together. Advance notice, November 27th, we're going to be doing a worship evening where we'll be gathering in person only. There will be no hybrid option. So that's an advance notice for a worship evening coming up November 27th. Brothers and sisters, happy Remembrance Day. You are loved.